I think there's a lot of myths and misunderstandings around the notion of stewardship and what the whole relationship and exchange is like. We have a tendency sometimes to view the world and really to view our relationship with God in a transactional fashion. And that goes back a long time, right? As you look at the children of Israel throughout the Old Testament, they viewed it as fairly transactional. And they were like, well, if we do these things and if we check all these boxes and we operate in this way, then God will do these other things for us. And the same things would happen in the New Testament. And you see legalism spill its way out, and that continues to have kind of a bit of a hangover into the way that we operate today. So anytime we talk about stewardship, anytime we talk about giving, specifically about tithing, we've got to be really cautious that we don't get trapped into some kind of transactional engagement, and that if we give X amount, then the Lord is going to give Y amount, because it really does come back to the heart. It's always come back to the heart. That's all He's ever wanted, is a heart of sacrifice, is a heart of faith, is trusting and relying on Him rather than on ourselves. And whatever percentage that looks like, whatever form that takes, He's always just been seeking our heart. He's always been looking for us to trust and rely on Him. You know, I think about the earliest gift that I'm aware of in Scripture, and it goes back to Cain and Abel. And the Lord laid out a very clear model of what He desires. And when it's describing the gift, we have a tendency to go, oh, well, look, I mean, one brother gave vegetables and one brother gave some venison, so obviously that's the issue. And Scripture's really, really clear that the Lord was pleased with Abel and his gift, his heart, right? So it talks about not just that the gift itself, but He was pleased with him. He was pleased with his heart. He was pleased with the fact that he actually gave the first fruits, and that was what was significant. And then, of course, it led to, anger and frustration and the first murder. And it just speaks to how quickly we can move from a heart issue to stepping into sin when we let go of that awareness that it's really about our reliance on Him, and it's really about us putting our faith and trust in Him rather than ourselves.